Hello students, in the previous lecture of class 11th, chapter 1, we have discussed about empty set, finite set, infinite set, equal set and equivalent sets. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss some more topics related to chapter number 1. So, I will start with subsets. Subsets. Suppose we have two sets A and B. If all the elements of set A also belongs to B. Suppose we have two sets. Then if all the elements of set A also belongs to B, then we can say that A is the subset of B. And it is denoted as, this is the symbol of subset. It means A is the subset of B. This is smaller. Okay? In symbolic form we may write, if A is the element which belongs to A, this implies that A also belongs to B. This is the symbol of implies that. Implies that. So if A is the element which belongs to A, this implies that A also belongs to B. For example, suppose we have a set A. The elements are 1, 2, 3. A set B, the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. And a set C, the elements are 2, 3 and 1. Now, look at these sets. Look at the elements of A. Are the elements of A also belongs to B? Our answer is yes. So we can say that A is the subset of B, because all the elements of set A also belongs to B, and A is not equal to B. Why? Because A has 3 elements and B has 4 elements. So this type of condition happens, then we can say that A is the proper subset of B. So we can say A is the proper subset of B, and in this condition B is the superset of A. B is the superset of A. So subset means the elements of set A must be less than the element of set B, then it is proper. Now look at A and C. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Both the sets are same. So we can say that A is the subset of C, and similarly C is also the subset of A. Okay? So this implies that A equals to C. Why? Because both are equal. So A is the subset of C, and conversely C is also the subset of A. It means A and C both sets are equal. So when this type of condition happens, then we can say that A is the improper subset of C. Similarly, C is the improper subset of A. So in this case we can write A is the improper subset of C. So the definition is fulfilled. Means all the elements of set A also belongs to set C. But since both are having same element, equal elements, it means although it is subset, but which type of subset? Improper subset. Okay. Now, please note down like in this case, these two are having same element, so we can say that this is set A, then this is also set A. And A is the subset of C, so we can say that every set is the subset of itself. Every set is the subset of itself. Second thing, empty set means phi, or like this, is the subset of every set. Suppose when we consider A, phi means, empty set means no element. Since it has no element, if all the elements of this set are removed, then what will happen? It is empty. It means empty set is there in every set. So we can say that empty set is the subset of every set. Okay. Now, suppose we have a set A contains element A, B, two elements. Now I would like to write subsets of this set. So from these two observations, two sets are confirmed. One is phi and other is the set itself. Okay. Now can we write any more subset? Yes. We can write A, we can write B. So all these are the subset of A. These two are confirmed. First is phi, second is the set itself. And remaining we can write with the help of the elements. Single element, then double. So all together we have 4 subsets. So let us take some more examples for this. Suppose here I am writing set, here I am writing number of subset or subsets. Okay. Suppose I am taking first set A. It has only one element. Number of elements in the set. How many? 1. Now subsets. First of all we will write phi, then the set itself. Phi and the set itself. Now any other subset it has? No. Number of subsets are 2. This is first example. Second, if I am taking one more set, it has 2 elements. Okay. Now number of elements in the set, how many? 2. Now number of subsets, first is phi, then last is the set itself. Now we can take single element, then we will write 1 and 2. So it has 4 subsets. The number of subsets is equals to 4. Now I am considering set C having no element, means empty set. Number of elements, it has 0, and number of subsets, since it is empty set, but every set is the subset of itself, so it has only one subset, that is 5. So it means number of subsets equals to 1. One more example, suppose I am taking this D and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. Now number of elements in the set 4. Now I am writing the subsets. First of all 5, then single letters 1, 2, 3, 4. Now consider double letters 1, 2, then 1, 3, 1, 4, then 2, 3, 2, 4, then 3, 4. Double letters are completed. Now consider the triple letters, 3 letters. So I am starting with 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 4. So these are the sets. Start with 1, 2. Okay. Now 2, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 4. And lastly, we can write the set itself, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It means number of subsets are 16. Now correlate the number of elements in the set and the number of subsets. Here, when the number of elements in the set is 0, then the subsets are 1. If the number of elements in the set is 1, then the subsets are 2. If the number of elements in the set are 2, then the subsets are 4. When the number of elements in the set are 4, then the subsets are 16. It means they are increasing by the power of 2. So we can say that number of subsets of a set can be confirmed by the formula 2 raised to power n, where n equals to number of elements in the set. Now check, when number of elements are 0, 2 raised to power 0 is 1. So this is 2 raised to power 0. This can be written as 2 raised to power 1. This is 2 raised to power 2. This is 2 raised to power 4. So the power is the number of elements in the set, or we can say that it corresponds to the number of elements in the set. So when the number of elements are 1, then this is 2 raised to power 1. When the number of elements are 2, this is 2 raised to power 2. Similarly, when the number of elements are 4, this is 2 raised to power 4. So with the help of this formula, we can check, we can confirm that we have written all the subsets. Okay, now power set. Power set means it is a set of all the subsets of a set. It is a set of all the subsets of a set. For example, if I am considering this B set has two elements and its subsets are 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the subsets 5, 1, 2 and 1, 2. Now the set of these subset is called power set and it is denoted by P. So this is power set of B. So when the set is B, this is power set of B. And what is this? It is the set of all the subsets of a set. And number of elements in the power set are how much? How many? 2 raised to power n. Okay. Next topic is subsets of set of real numbers. Subsets of set of real numbers. Subsets of set of real numbers. We know that natural number, whole number, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, all are real numbers. So n is the set of natural number, is the subset of whole number means W, is the subset of integer means Z, Z is also the subset of Q means rational number, and rational number is the subset of real number. So this is for what? This is for natural number. This is for whole number. This is for integers. This is for rational numbers. And this is for real numbers. If we consider irrational number also, then we can write I is the subset of R. It means irrational number is the subset of real number. In this way, we can write all the subsets in the form of subsets. So these are the sets exist in real numbers, so they can be written as in the form of subsets. Now the next topic is intervals as subsets. So we will consider the next topic means we will write the sets in the form of intervals, we will represent them on the number line, and we can write the sets in the form of set builder form. We will start the next topic, and this is related to set builder form, roster form and number line. So it is intervals as subsets of R. Intervals as subsets of R. Okay children, let A and B belongs to real number, and A is less than B. A is smaller than B, then suppose A and B are any two real numbers and A is smaller than B. Then this type of set is called open interval. If we will write this in the set builder form, then we can write X such that X is less than B and greater than A. This is set builder form. And we can represent this on number line also. This A is smaller than B. Now it means A and B are not included. So this is the set from A to B excluding A and B. Both are excluded. It means we will mark the symbol like this and dot the portion in between A and B. So this represents the interval AB, that is open interval. Second, if the interval is like this or like this, both are open from one end and closed from other end, but both are called open intervals from A to B. In this case, A is excluded, B is included. In this case, A is included and B is excluded. So this is also open interval, okay, from A to B including B, excluding A, or you can write excluding A and including B. In set builder form, we can write X such that A is excluded and B is included. It means X is greater than A and less than equal to B. B is included. On number line, we can write this is A, this is B, B is included, A is excluded. Mark these. Now since B is included, so we will dark this portion also and the points in between A and B. Now come to the third one. This is also open interval from A to B, and this A is including. A is including and B is excluding. In set builder form, we can write X such that X is greater than equal to A and less than B. Why? Because A is included and B is excluded. On number line, we can write this is A, this is B, A is included. So we will fill this one and the numbers lying in between A and B. Now next is, this is called closed interval. Closed interval. In this interval, since it is closed from both the ends, so both the numbers are included. So it is also the interval from A to B, but the condition is that both A and B are included. So in set builder form, we can write this as x such that x is greater than equal to A and less than equal to B. This is what set builder form. On number line, we can represent this as, this is A, this is B. Now both A and B are included, so we will fill both the circles and the points in between A and B. So this represents the closed interval AB. So these are intervals as subset of real number. Suppose I am taking one example. If the question is like this, we have an interval x such that x is greater than equal to -3 and less than 2. So this is the set builder form, and we have to write this in the form of intervals. Now since only -3 is included, this is not included, so this is the example of open interval. So we can write this as, it is closed from left and open from right. So this is -3 and 2. If the interval is like this, suppose and we have to write this in set builder form. Now it is open interval, open from both the ends. Then we can write it as x such that x is greater than -1 and less than 2. So in this way we can write the set in interval form or in set builder form. Okay. Now the next topic is universal set. Universal set. From the name itself, it is clear that it is very huge set. It means a set which contains all the small sets or the subsets of a set. It is denoted by U. So what is universal set? It is the set which contains all the small sets or subsets of a set. For example, suppose we have a set A contains element 1, 2, 3 and another set B contains element 2, 3, 4, 5, and we want to write a universal set for these two sets. So universal set is the set which contain all the elements of both the sets. So we will write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a huge set which contain all the elements of A and B. No element should be repeated. Okay. Now I am taking one question from exercise 1.3, that is question number 8. All other questions are very easy. You can do with the help of this discussion. Exercise 1.3, question number 8. In this question, two sets are given. First is set of right triangles. And the second one is set of isosceles triangles. And the question is like this: what universal set you would propose for each of the following? Means a universal set which satisfy or which contain both the sets. Now both are sets of triangles. First is set of right triangle, second is set of isosceles triangle. It means we can write the universal set for this set as the set of all triangles. So universal set means set of triangles or all triangles. So it means it contains all type of triangle: right angle triangle, obtuse angle triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle, acute angle triangle, all triangles. So in this way you can do the rest of the questions with your own efforts with the help of this discussion. Okay.